So, but yeah, no, thank you, mate, for coming on. So it's just the point of doing this really is to kind of get an idea of kind of what you're doing, your plan, a little bit of your journey really, and then kind of what your long-term plan is, and kind of how it can help tradesmen and how we can help as a community, and yeah, what we can offer and stuff.
Definitely. So I'm a joiner by trade. I started off joinery back in when I left school in 2007. I actually struggled to get an apprenticeship. Left there and did a bit of steel erecting. After that, I managed to get back into joinery, but it was a bit of a kerfuffle, trying to afford to buy my own tools. I had a son at that time as well. So I was trying to purchase tools, trying to pay rent, trying to make a living out of what I wanted to do, which was joinery. Fortunately, I went on from there and grew. Went into more building work, learned how to bricklay and bit more bigger things like extensions. I had 6 lads at one point. But in between that, there was a lot of time that I spent on my own, and not being able to afford a labourer consistently and give somebody that, the consistency that they needed to take on was tough for me. I ended up having lads with me that didn't really want to be there. I was begging them to come to work.
Difficult.
Looking round for people constantly, or turning down a job because it was a 2-man job and I couldn't find anybody, or constantly putting it off. So that's one of the reasons why I started TradieApp. If you're a labourer in your local area and you like to pick and choose your days, but you are a good grafter, or you do want consistent work with somebody, it's all about finding work and keeping people in work. I had 6 lads at one point, and I had 2 builders that worked for me, and 2 labourers, and then myself and another labourer. And we just got that much work, it was unreal. But the lads in the area had dried up, couldn't seem to find anybody to take on, but my phone was red hot, ringing. That was a perfect time for me to grow. And unfortunately, I just couldn't find anybody. And then, so that's what it's about as well, enabling to be able to find people in your local area just to keep on top of things. I don't know what's going on there. Am I still in this meeting?
Yeah, you're still in, mate. Yeah, I believe. Yeah, I can still hear you in that.
Yeah. So, and then moving on from that, I went back on my own after that because I started a lot with the app and messing around with a few bits and bobs. So when you're self-employed and you're on your own, a lot of jobs tend to drop out on you, or you struggle to find the work consistently. Now that puts a lot of stress on family life, paying bills and whatnot. So if we could just get a group of people together, on an app where you can log on and you can find work in your local area if somebody pulls out on you, or if, work has dried up in your area, and you can get on and give somebody else a push. On the plus side of that, for somebody else, if I'm a general builder and I need a joiner to come and fit me a kitchen, I can log on to the app. I can put my price is my price because it's in with the extension, and I can pay them day rate or a bit more, but still earn my money out of it. So it's just a win-win for everybody, really, and that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to connect tradespeople, just to give them, as much as they possibly can out of being in the construction industry. And obviously, the more people that we get on board, the better supplier deals I'm going to get for people. So the cheaper we can get materials through TradieApp.
So you can actually buy material. You're going to be able to buy materials and sort everything through the TradieApp, or is the TradieApp just going to be for people to connect with each other and then sort out work through that?
No, so there's also, I'm in talks with quite a few suppliers at the minute, and they're going to be offering supplier discounts through the app. So it'll come through the feed page, and then once the feed's up, so it'll say, let's say, 2 handsaws for £8. So you think, but I'll go and pick 2 of them up, or while I'm in there, instead of going to, I don't know, SRG Roofing, for example, I'll go Jewson's to pick my battens up because they're the same price, but they've got the 2 handsaws there. Just a little bit of something to give back. Every penny makes a difference, doesn't it? Yourself.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Awesome.
We also have a careers tab starting. It's already on the app. I've just signed up Mick Phillips, who are a big grounds working company. They don't only do grounds work; they've got a big fire station on. They've got a block of flats on. So they've got internal joiners, internal plasterers, and they're going to be offering any job roles that they put into careers. So it's about, I'm 33, and I've lumped about some materials in my time, I can tell you, and I can feel it now. 6 months of the year, you're outside, it's cold, it's wet, it's windy. You don't want to be lumping stuff around. You don't, not always, if your back's going or if your knees are going, you're looking for more of a permanent role. But a lot of tradespeople feel lost in what do I do? Where do I go? How do I start pen pushing from here? How do I sit in an office with a laptop? Well, that's what the careers mode is. It's all about opportunity for people within the trade.
Okay. That's awesome. That's good. Has anyone got any questions so far?
Can you hear me, can you, mate? Yeah. So
Yeah,
I
I
don't
can
know
hear
why
you,
my
mate.
camera's not
Yeah.
working. My camera's not
Yeah.
working on the laptop for some strange reason. So, yeah. So, how does it work in terms of right? So, let's say jobs will be available on this app, then, right? So, let's just say, for example, um, I need somebody to. I don't know. I need an extra pair of hands for somebody to do something. Then, okay. But like, so what will I
Rip
do? Will
out
I
a
just put a
bathroom or
request
something
in?
like that.
I put her like a let's say I need a plaster or something, or plasterers let me down. I don't know what my fucking laptop's doing, but you can still hear me, can you?
Yeah,
Yeah,
mate.
I
Yeah.
can hear
I
you.
just put a request in on the app,
Yeah.
and then basically if there's somebody in my local area, they'll pick that up, I presume.
Yeah. So you put your
Will
radius
they
in.
get a notification? Like, would it be notification to, for
It's
example,
push
like
Yeah, it's push notification.
postcode?
So
Right,
if I
yeah,
sign up as a plasterer, I'll get a push notification through my phone that a plastering job's come up within my radius, so 20 mile or
perfect.
15
Yeah,
mile or
yeah,
whatever I set it to. So yeah, it's push notification.
yeah. That sounds pretty good
So
then.
what you'd do is you'd add job to you'd get your page and then you go to my jobs, add job, and
Yeah,
then you put in what you need, when you need them,
yeah.
and you press post, and then that'll then go out, ping to all the plasterers in the area that are set up as a plasterer, and then you can direct message them from there.
Yeah. So, how long have you been? How long's it been running for, mate?
So it's been running since about September time.
Oh, yeah. So,
Yeah, but like I said to you before, I've not been able to push it as much as I wanted to because I've bought my business partner out last year. So this is
of course.
I've got
Still very
Spudman.
early. Mm.
I've done sponsor a spud with Spudman, so he's going to be pushing us.
Good man.
Yeah, I've got.
He's not far from me.
Is he not Tamworth? Is that where you are?
He's not too far. Not too far.
Yeah, he's actually a really nice bloke.
Yeah. Sponsor
Um,
a Spurs.
yeah. Um,
To be fair, mate, do you know what? He has got a lot of eyes on his socials, hasn't he? It's ridiculous.
he has. Yeah, that's. I went down and seen him way
Yeah.
before we even launched the app. And he just kept getting busier and busier, and then it's like an hour and a half from me, Tamworth. So it's a bit of a pain, but his phone is going constantly. So if you need something from him, you have to go and see him, and it's like an hour and a half away. So I just had to keep nipping down. But yeah, we're doing sponsor a spud, so he's going to be doing 5-6 videos, possibly more, over January with tradespeople, telling them about TradieApp, and it's a sponsored spud paid for by us. So
That's pretty cool, yeah. Fair play.
I've got a bricklaying group with over 200,000 members in. They start on Monday. The roofing outlaw. The list goes on and on and on, mate. I've got to reach a potential.
So what do we like? What does it work on, a subscription fee, or how does it work?
Yeah, so eventually I want to make it free for everybody. I want to just run it off my sponsors. That's why I
Yeah.
started this in the first place. My other business, the business partner that I had, was business minded. He was a businessman. So he wanted it at 19.99 a month, and I said, "You've got no chance." And he was like, "Well, we're launching it at this," and I was like, "Right, okay, yeah, okay." But anyway, I've ended up buying them out, so I've loaded it to a tenner, but I've put 40 grand in, so I need a little bit back.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah.
yeah, so it's a tenner. I mean, you pay 15, 20 quid for a dating app. you know, and if we can get this working and make it successful, which, you know, there's no reason why it shouldn't, and it's becoming that already, then it's worth its weight in gold for a tenner.
Yeah, it's no takeaway, is it? For one
Yeah,
person. So yeah, it's like literally a kebab. So
and I only see £6 of that because Apple take 40%.
That's a joke, isn't it?
It's it's crazy.
but
Fair
no,
enough.
no. I like it, mate. Is there, just out of curiosity, I haven't properly looked into it. Have you got any, is there any companies that are rivals? Like, have you got any, or like, have you got big companies that you see as like an aspiration to get to? Like, that, like, is there anyone
No,
else doing it?
no. So there's absolutely nobody that have done it. Not trade to trade. You've obviously got your buy builders, your checker trades, your whatever, trust a trader or whatever they are. You've got them, but they're trade to client based.
Yeah,
We're just trade to trade. It's solely about keeping people's diaries full, helping
yeah,
people find work, and taking a load off them at home.
yeah,
You know, my missus used to whinge like hell at me, but if I was sat at home for the day,
yeah, yeah, of course, yeah. It's just extra pressure
you
on
don't want
everything
to.
then,
You
isn't
don't
it?
want to be sat there anyway, do you? You know, if you've
No,
pulled
no.
£500 into some materials at the end of the month, and you're expecting to get paid, and your customer pulls out on you,
Mm, of
it's unnecessary stress that you need, isn't it? I mean, everybody's got,
course.
you know, a bit of spare money lying around somewhere. Well, not everybody has, you know.
Mm. Yeah,
So
yeah. No, this is the thing. Some people, like you said, mate, have got the work there. They just haven't got the resources to get the ball rolling on getting the work done.
yeah,
Or having like half the battle, I think, especially watching other influencers is being let down. That's the issue, and this is where this is good because you could like say for instance, like I was when I was bathroom fitting, I luckily had my brother working for me, so I could pretty much trust him. I could rely on him to kind of turn up, but even if it come to ripping a bathroom out or like I had a time schedule for getting a bathroom done, I had to say 2 a month to do. If
yeah,
I got pissed about by one of the trades, that holds me back on other jobs, and then it's just a rolling ball then. Whereas if I could then jump on the app and be like Tom was saying, oh, I need a plasterer today, and
yeah,
there's one that can squeeze you in, then
exactly.
yeah, it's gonna save a lot of money. Yeah.
That's another thing. We're trade to trade verified, so you can also you leave reviews for each other, pictures,
Right.
reviews. You know, it's a two-way review system, so everybody's fair.
Yeah.
Um, but you know, I wanted to make it so people weren't getting let down.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know, people want to work hard,
Mm.
so I wanted to be able to give people appreciation. And if you want to work hard for it, it's there.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Yeah. It's good, mate.
something like this would be fantastic when you're at a level and you've got the volume of tradesmen on there. So
Yeah,
obviously you're quite new at the moment. I understand that, but this could for example, if you've got fucking 50,000 tradespeople on the app,
Hmm.
it would be
Oh yeah, it'd be massive, wouldn't it? Yeah.
it would go huge
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
because it
Well, no,
literally because there's
no one
so many
else would
people.
need anything else, would they? They could just
No,
literally,
well, the
everyone
problem
would just
is,
use
like
the app.
everyone, even other guys ring me up and they'll say, "Oh, Tom, do you know a Sparky? My Sparky's let me down. Fucking, I need a Sparky, like bloody blah." Or
Mm.
everyone will ring me and say, "Oh, the plasterer. Who's your plasterer, Tom? I need a plasterer," like sort of thing. But obviously, it's going to be volume related, isn't it? So,
Yeah.
and it's one of those things, isn't it? It's the ends of any business. It's that growth, isn't it? That initial. I mean, I don't know how many people you've got subscribed at the moment, but um, like, for example, if I put a request out for a plasterer like on it at this stage, quite early, I presume. Um,
At this
like my
stage,
local area, I don't
you'd
know how
probably
many would be
struggle.
signed up, for example.
At today's date, you'd probably struggle, but I'm hoping by the end of January, you know, you
Yeah,
get a reply within 1 to 2 working days. So
Yeah.
yeah,
it's for the next probably 6 months, you're going to have to kind of judge your job. So if you need a plasterer, you're going to have to kind of say, right, well, I need a plasterer in 2 days. Ideally, I want it to be, I need a plasterer today. Can anybody get to me? But like you said, it becomes with volume. Am I still here?
yeah. Of course it does.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you're still here, mate. Yeah, yeah, we're
Yeah,
listening.
yeah.
The
That's
nice thing is obviously with what you're doing as well is obviously with through January you're offering the app for free, right? So people wouldn't start paying till February anyway, so they can be in for the first month. They'll be able to see the people being added, and then what they can put their kind of local details in, and then just watch in the area for any tradesmen that pop up. But also tradesmen talk as well, right? So when you're on the job, especially if you're on site or something like that, then people are obviously going to start talking, and the people are just going to naturally join anyway, just to be
Yeah,
part of it. So
definitely. If you're a joiner and you've got 6 months work in front of you, and you're going on holiday, but you've got a kitchen to fit, you can log on the app, get somebody that you've used before or you are verified really well, get them to go and fit that kitchen the week you're off. You can pay them and still earn money while you're on holiday.
yeah, and you can trust them because they've got decent reviews on their on the site.
Exactly, and that's what it's all about. That's
Yeah,
that's what we're achieving. We're going to
yeah, it's
achieve.
good. Yeah, it's good, mate.
Yeah.
It's
So
good.
so I've got so yeah, another new business, right? So I've actually got a new business. It's not fully launched yet. I'm doing it with another TFT member. Um, and we're still waiting for a few things to be sorted from the official company that we're doing it on behalf of. There's a marketing campaign and stuff starting, but we're going to be installing new plumbers basically, potentially from all over the nation to install um, energy efficient products on gas boilers, which is quite straightforward to do. But it just depends how well this goes, right? This may work, it may not work, but if we get the volume that we're potentially talking about, I mean, for example, we had one job the other day, which was 1,000 installs in London.
Yeah,
Um, and obviously, I can't cater 1,000 installs in London because I don't live in fucking London to start with. All right, so it's been no good to me. I have got contacts in London,
yeah,
but 1,000 installs would be like if we got that contract,
Big lot.
I'd be needing to get like I potentially need to probably have to get like 100 done a day to satisfy the client's needs.
yeah,
So I'd probably need like 10 installers to do 10 a day, which they're only like 20-minute jobs. So providing that obviously I can't promise anything yet, but
no,
this
definitely,
could
yeah,
be this could be good for that. But like I say, I'm at a very early stage with this business, and I need to be I need the company that I'm doing it for, that I've got exclusivity with, um I need to pull their finger out and do a few things on their back end. Um so I'm just waiting to see if it kicks off and if we get some of these contract deals coming in. But if it does, then this app would be good for that. Um, so yeah,
But
I'll
you can
definitely.
actually set your if I'm right, Liam, you can actually he could actually set up his business on the app, right? Is that
yeah,
right? Could he do that?
yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, you can
Yeah,
set
yeah,
up. Yeah, not a problem. You can push work every single day, every minute of the
yeah,
day if you wanted to.
Yeah.
yeah.
You can also set
So
your areas. So, like you said, well, I don't live in London for a start, so I don't know. So, if you had 100 that you needed to do in London and 500 that you needed to do in Hull, you can post them jobs in London, and then you can also post the 500 in Hull.
yeah, yeah.
Where you
Well,
are.
this contract in London, if we get it, it's big. It's like it's like £250,000 worth of work.
Oh, brilliant,
So
mate!
Maybe
Well
six
done.
figures in
it's
it, yeah.
it's
Yeah.
it's fucking huge. So and that's just one contract that potentially we've got on the table. So we just yeah, so we'll see what happens. Like I'm hoping that one comes in, but
Yeah, fingers
it's
crossed
in
for you, mate.
it's in
That's brilliant.
negotiation stage. When it's at that figure, um, so I've got to negotiate through the company OH4, who are the ones that are actually winning the contract. OH4 haven't got installers; they're just a supplier. So what they've done is they've come to me and they basically said, "Look, we need you to arrange installers because we can't do it. We just want to supply it." And then basically they're asking me to find the installers to do the jobs, and then obviously I get a cut of the install, etc. So,
Okay. Well, drop
but
me a direct
they need to
message
pull
after
their
this.
bloody
We'll have a
finger
chat.
out, mate, and get these contracts nailed. And then once the contracts are nailed and signed, then the deal is that it's my job to find a tradesman to do it. So this is going to be good for that. If I have got a WhatsApp group with tradesmen in, but like I say, at the moment we're in early talks, mate. This could be another 3 months, could be another 6 months for it even comes to fruition. I don't know. It's just one of these things that I've just got my finger in to have a go. If it works, it'd be fucking amazing. If it doesn't, I've lost nothing.
Yeah, yeah.
But
So,
Well,
there's decent potential there, isn't there? So it's all
oh
networking, so
mate,
it's
the
great.
potential is
Yeah, yeah.
absolutely fucking huge on this because if they get what they want from this, then they're going to be talking getting local councils and grants and all sorts. So it will be social housing installs. It's going to be fucking really big, but it's all at the moment, like I say, a very early stage. It's one of those things, you've got to try something, get into these things early, haven't you, to get these
Oh, definitely,
Yeah.
mate.
opportunities.
Yeah, definitely.
And obviously something like this, it's just a networking. And now if something happens and I get something come in, I've now got a platform where I can come onto and say, right, guys, I need installers for Birmingham, I need installers for um, wherever, Manchester,
Yeah.
Liverpool, whatever, and get the volumes
Yeah.
from there. So yeah,
Well, I'm trying my best, mate, to get it going for you. Anyway,
yeah, like I
I
say, mate,
just
this is
need the
early stage.
volume.
This is early day. This is early days for me anyway. So,
Like I
but
said, like,
at the moment, at the moment, obviously, it's just my plumbing and heating company, mate. It's only a few of us in it, so it's not. The volume's not there with that amount of work. But
well, that's
yeah, it's good to know.
January's free, so as many as we can get signed up in January, and then it's a tenner a month after that. And the volume will soon start coming because, let's face it, you don't miss a tenner in the trade. You drop a tenner out your pocket, don't you?
I don't miss telling.
And and then the more revenue I can create, I can just chuck back into marketing, and that's my plan. For the next 12 months, I won't be taking a penny out. It'll all just be going back into marketing. So
Even then, even in that case, then Tom, you obviously you're a bit of an influencer as well, right? You've got a decent following on your platforms. Like you guys can have a chat about that as well.
Yeah, definitely, mate. Yeah,
yeah,
I've got quite a few.
100%.
I'm not. I don't know. I've got about 20,000 followers across my platforms. Nothing,
That's good.
not major compared to some people. Might even be more actually. I haven't looked recently.
That's
No,
good.
that's
But
brilliant.
yeah,
Is there anyone
right.
else who's got any questions? If you don't want to talk, guys, there's a chat option on the Zoom, right? So I've got that open if you want to put a question in the chat. I'm just trying to think if I've got any other questions for you, mate. Just to cover anything. Yeah, so okay, so the first one will be free. So there's no contract, right? So like people can just come and go as
No,
they please, can they?
come and go
No.
as you want. Come and go
And
as you
then
want.
what happens? So if say for instance I joined for say 6 months and then I didn't use it anymore, how long does your profile last on the account before it was kind of would it stay on there forever? So if I had say like a 4 month break, would I then have to go back on and rebuild it, or would it be on there a set amount
Question.
of time?
Good question. I think it disappears,
Okay.
but I will actually sort something out with that. I'll
Is
give
that
it.
the
I'll
same?
give
I
a
was gonna say,
time
would that be the
period of
same with
like
the
six
reviews
months
as
or
well?
something.
Because yeah,
That's what I
yeah,
mean. Yeah, that's a very good question.
yeah, okay.
Do you check
Someone's
if
put, do you
trade?
check if trades are insured?
So when you log onto the app, when you put a job on and somebody replies to you, you can ask them that at that point, or in their bio. Obviously, you've got your own page, so like a Facebook page or whatever it may be. They'll have that in there, so your qualifications, whether you're insured, the list of things you can do. So it should all be in there. If not, you just ask in the direct message.
Because I guess as a tradesman, you're trying to sell yourself, right? Because you want to be chosen for these jobs. So
Yeah, of course.
so
You want
you so you're always gonna likely choose an insured person over someone that's not insured. So really, it's kind of best for people to put in as much detail as possible, what their skills are and whatever else,
yeah,
because they
definitely.
want to be picked for that job, especially as you
the
guys
same
grow.
as
And
yeah, same as other platforms. It'll be like review based, won't it? As well.
yeah,
Like obviously
yeah, yeah.
the more graphics you've got, obviously if somebody's a plumber who's got 5-star reviews, for example, but has only got one image of a tap being changed, or a plumber who's got a photo of 30 bathroom renovations and stuff like that, then automatically you're always drawn to somebody who's put more effort into the same as
Hmm.
anything, mate, isn't it? More effort you
Yeah,
put
yeah,
into it, more you're going to get out. It's simple as
yeah,
that.
yeah,
Yeah.
definitely, yeah.
And the people that tend to put more effort in are the ones that want to do well, that take pride in the work.
Mm.
So it's the best to the top.
Yeah. But then I guess the individuals can also use that. Like I remember when I was self-employed doing mainly bathrooms, there'd be like I'd shit myself because I'd have like sometimes I'd have like 2 weeks ahead of me where I've got no work and I'm like fuck. And then all I'd need to do is literally put some images on Facebook on like local selling pages, and then I'd be busy again for another few months. But then they can also use your app to then go onto these selling pages or promote the app technically and go, look, I'm on this tradie app. I've got 5-star, 597 reviews, all 5-star. this is what I do. So that to them then is another tool on the belt for going, look, I'm kind of I'm on a review based site as well, and this is so
Yeah,
you can
and
trust
it's
me
trade to
to
trade
do
as
your work.
well.
Yeah,
You know, if I
yeah,
was my builder years and years ago, and some of the reviews that you see on there, it's like, you know, bless her, old Cassandra or something, that's somebody's changed the tap for me, and it's brilliant. The next week she's put another one up and it's leaking. You
yeah,
know, a lot of people don't know what they're talking about.
mm,
Otherwise, they'd
Yeah.
be doing the job themselves. You know,
yeah,
everybody can
yeah,
make something look pretty, whereas a trader, you walk into somewhere and you go, look, you know, a lot of
yeah,
people just, yeah.
you
So
know. Yeah,
yeah.
no, it's good. Can everyone see the reviews from both parties?
Yeah, so if I put a job and if I can then click on that page. So if I put a job on, you can come onto my page, have a look at my reviews and see if I pay people, or you know, if I haven't paid somebody or whatever, you can then see that. And then if you message me, I can then see your reviews.
Yeah,
Do you
cool.
remember? Do you remember at the TF? Do you remember the TFT? Do you remember at the Band of Builders night when I was speaking to you and I was saying that I actually had this idea years ago,
Yeah.
but I never. We actually, me and my brother-in-law, like, he owns a marketing company, and I spoke to him, and we actually bought like the domain name, we bought the rights, we bought limited company for it, and the company, it was called Tradesbook instead of Facebook.
Oh, that's
I swear to God, but it never went anywhere because I just it just didn't. It's just one of these. I always have crazy ideas, mate, and then sometimes I go ahead with them, and sometimes I don't. And it's one of those ones that I never actually continued with. But we bought everything. We bought the website, everything, mate. And it's
well,
like, yeah, but it's
I
just,
believe in this so much, and I'm all about, you know, I'm all about helping people, and I know I know that this will help so many people. I know it will. I actually
yeah,
sold my house last year, and I put every penny that I've got into it. I'm now in rented accommodation. So
fair play, mate.
you know, it's kind of all or nothing for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Sometimes you got to do that, mate. Though
No,
that's
100%. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, you do. Yeah. Yeah.
And you know, I'm just trying my best to get it out there now.
yeah. I mean,
The more-
obviously, getting an app built as well is not cheap, is it? Do you know? Do you know what that's? So this is what put me off. I mean, obviously, I don't know what you spent on getting an app built, but my brother-in-law is like in that industry, and he was like, got a quote, and we got it all put together, and he was like, on a marketing campaign as well. And he was like, right. He said, if you want to launch this business seriously, he said, we need 100,000. And I was like, oh, can't do
yeah,
it. Yeah,
I'm currently sitting at about 40 grand short of that.
yeah.
So it's
So yeah,
probably not far off because realistically, I could do with plunging 40k into marketing. So
yeah,
it's
that's it. Yeah, yeah, 100%, mate. I think that's probably you're right, but
Yeah.
the
Marketing's not
marketing
cheap
eats it.
either. Yeah.
no, it's
Eats
not
it, doesn't it? And you've got to get the marketing right as well. Like you can't just spend 10 grand on a marketing campaign for it to be fucking like come back and not do anything for you. Because that's
exactly.
I've done things like that, man. It's soul destroying.
Well, this is getting to that point, mate. I nearly give up over Christmas, but I can't. I've got to keep going.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. But
Cool.
no, awesome. Awesome, mate. Is there any other questions before we go? I'm
I
just conscious
presume
of
like
time. I
we'll
don't
need
want
a
to leave
link,
it.
won't we?
Yeah, yeah. So
We'll need a link
I
for the.
added a link into the announcements, mate. So you'd be able to so you'll get the first month free. And then yeah, and then you can do your profiles and all of that. So if yeah, that's in the announcements, bud.
Sound happy
Um,
days.
um, Actually, to be fair, I'll put one in on the general chat earlier today at 1:20. Um,
Yeah, I think
um,
I've seen the announcement one, mate.
what um what volume do you expect in like a tradesperson by next year? Like, what are your goals over the year?
So I want to at least 50,000 by the end of this year.
Yeah,
At
okay,
least 50,000. That's my goal.
it's very
That is,
achievable.
you know,
Nice.
and that's a realistic goal.
Hmm. Yeah, because we were talking earlier, right? So your plan will be to go into the colleges and everything, wouldn't it? So there's lots going on, isn't there? So
So yeah, my plan is this year, obviously, which the sponsors really like. I'm going to give it to students for free.
mm,
One of the big things that I really struggled with when I was at college was getting the hands-on experience, and it's a big thing. Now there's a course now, and it's called a T level, T-level course, which a lot of the colleges are offering, and the students need 315 hours, I think it is, in order to complete that course. Now, that doesn't help with getting the hands-on experience. You know, to get what it used to be an MVQ level years ago, didn't it? Level 2 or 3. I think a 2 was a pass, a 3 was a bit better than a pass or something.
Yeah.
But you didn't have to have any hands-on experience. Now there's already a shortage in trades, so all they've done is made it harder. You know, for the students to get the qualification.
Yeah.
So, but a lot of people don't know that this 315 hours is for free. So that they have to do, it's free, it's not paid work. I mean, I would never take somebody from college for a day's work and not pay them.
Yeah.
But at the same time, if I was struggling to find somebody in my local area and I was going to employ, I don't know, some lad that I'd been begging to come work for me so I could get a 2-man job done, I wouldn't. I'd just go to a student and say, "Are you free Monday, Tuesday next week? You know, I'll sign off your hours."
Yeah.
You know, and it's a bit of communication between people like that, and it just gives everybody a bit of a chance.
Yeah. Yeah. That's good. It's good. No, it's good, mate. It's cool.
Are your contact details? Obviously, when I sign on to that link, seeing on the website, are your details on that? I presume, and I can contact you.
Yes, mate. Yeah,
Yeah.
but I'm in the Discord. Am I in the Discord group, Sean?
You were, mate. I don't know. Yeah, you should be. If you're not, I'll add you back in. We had we had a bit of a clean up the other. Was it last week or the week before?
He would have kicked you out, mate.
So if you're not, mate, I'll add you back in later. It's all good.
Yeah. All right, mate. Well, if not, you can get to me on our TikTok page.
Yes. What is your TikTok page, mate? Just for people that are watching this back.
TradieApp.
Right, it's just TradieApp. Yeah.
Yeah,
Just search on TikTok TradieApp. Yeah, cool. Okay, awesome.
Yeah.
No, that's great, mate. Cool. Is there any other questions before we go, guys?
Yeah, all good, mate. All good.
No. Awesome. Okay.
Thank you very much
guys.
for your time. I really appreciate
thank you, guys. Yeah, thank you guys for coming on. What I'll do is I'll download this now, and I'll stick it in our Discord, mate, and then yeah, we'll kind of help you build.
Thank you very much. I really appreciate your time, gentlemen.
No, cool. Take
No
it easy,
worries,
bud.
mate.
Take care.
Cheers,
Take care.
buddy.
All the best this year.
Yeah, cheers, guys.
Cheers, mate.
Bye-bye,
See you in a
bye-bye.
bit. Bye, bye, bye.